We are heading to Vermont for a family fishing trip, and this is Lola's first time flying. She's getting a little bit of exercise here in the airport. It was such a beautiful day to be traveling. This was a family trip that we did back in mid-June of 2022. I didn't have this channel back then, so I posted this video to my second channel, which is Left Lane Finds. We are on the plane, and Lola is not exactly happy in her travel arrangements, but this is to keep her safe. She fits snugly underneath the chair in front of us for takeoff and landings. We have made it to Vermont, and now it's time to get out to the cozy cottages. Here is the beautiful sunset reflecting off of the lake. It is Lake Champlain. It is sandwiched between New York State and Vermont. This is not a boat that we're using. Somebody else brought their own. It is so peaceful here, and I just loved the views. I was not interested in going out fishing, but everybody else did. I was able to travel around and see some other sights. Just look how beautiful and green it is.
That's a tire farm where they farm the tires. True. Looks like a cattle. It's coming up. That's yard sale. Keep going just a little bit more. It's at a church right past the gas station.
You've been here before?
I talked to the locals. Is it just past See the Blue Church? That's where it should be. That's the market we went to. We bought 3 items and paid $30. Yeah, like salad, milk, cheese, eggs. It was ridiculous. Alright, looks like it's on the other. I think either side we can probably get in.
We found our destination. We were looking for the farmer's market.
And then came back, and then Dave was still fishing, and then Tracy was just like, you know, I gave him all cereal.
At any time, you could fish off the piers. That's my daughter at the end of that one. She's trying to catch a few. The little boat to the left of her, behind her there, we had 2 of those because there was actually 9 of us. Lake Champlain is long and narrow, and right across the way you can see New York State. and they can see us on the Vermont side. And right there's a sailboat if you look really closely. We had 2 cabins since there was 9 of us. This is the first one. And the second one is down on the lake shore. And as you look down the lane, there are a lot more cabins. There was a line of trees and a big giant field that the dogs could play in, or the kids. Here we are cooking up a bunch of burgers for our hungry crew. Here they are setting out on the boat to go fishing. They were fishing at all different times. They would go out in the morning, the afternoon, the evening. My husband, my stepsons, the grandkids, my daughter and my daughter-in-law all love fishing. I used to love fishing when I was a kid. I just don't enjoy it now as an adult. I enjoyed watching them and watching everybody else out on the lake. Lola was also enjoying her family vacation with us. Everything here feels and looks like New England.
We're on a family vacation up in Vermont. That is Lake Champlain that you're looking at in the background there. Everybody's out fishing, and I am not a fisherwoman, so I am relaxing in my own way. And I thought, why not include a little bit on my YouTube channel? But I want to show you something inside. We're in these little cottages. Aren't they cute? Let me go in here. And Lola's over there. Now, we kind of rearranged the cabin, and we've been living here for a few days. But the first thing I wanted to show you about these cabins is most of the items, the furniture, the dishes, all thrifted, which makes sense. This table right here does not match these chairs. And yet, the other cabin that we have, because there was a lot of us here this week, has the same chairs but a different table. So they must have gotten a set of 8 of these vintage chairs, which could use some TLC. But can you imagine redoing those and making them into something? Oh, she was taking her nap. Same with the couch. Now we moved that chair out of the way because we needed more room in the living room. And let's go over here. The TV stand, that kind of thing. The pictures on the walls. All from thrift stores. Maybe even the curtains, the lamp. Ooh, look at this table. Interesting pieces of furniture, which I bet, now they have, I think, 12 cabins here. So if you can imagine trying to outfit 12 cabins. Again, that's the coffee table. We moved it out of the way to have more room in the center there. We have a little kitchenette here. So we have a lot of food all around. Like I said, there's a lot of us this week. Now, I'm not sure that they might have bought like this stuff new. And maybe even like the pots and pans and things like that. However, the dishes are definitely vintage. So that says totally today, made in China. And they're just like green and white. That happens to be a bowl. Here's a little coffee mug. At first I thought it might be restaurant wear, but then I realized no, it's not. But it's like restaurant wear light, maybe. And then like the silverware. Oh, so this is slightly different. This is casuals, but it still has that green and white look. So they were probably trying to get matching dishes. So here's like some more of the dishes in there. And here we put up some food up there. And then there's a few extra like coffee mugs thrown in there. And I'm trying to think, oh, then over here, this is like, you know, glassware. This might have been a new coffee pot, or it could have been thrifted. You just never know. But I just thought it was kind of interesting because I am a thrifter and I see this type of items all the time. Like even that knife set back there might have been bought new, might have been thrifted. We don't know. All the items in here, again, some of them I think might be Dollar Tree. Some of them are just old. Oh, that one looks like it. That one needs to be cleaned a little bit more. Let me put that in the sink. This utensil holder, I just thought this was really kind of quaint in how they would have to buy and set up things for like 12 separate cabins. It's like 12 tiny homes, really. I wanted to share it with you guys because I find it interesting as I travel around to different places that you run into all kinds of things. I know on our ski trip, if you go back and look at my Taos videos, Taos, New Mexico, my ski trip, the cabin, or it was more like a condo, the condo that we stayed in had all Fiesta wear and other like vintage items. And when we went to other of the condos, they had different kinds of, you know, vintage and you know, in terms of dishes and things like that. It was really exciting for a person like myself, a reseller like myself, when I'm like, oh, that is worth so much money. You know, I don't know if they bought it or if it was a family collection that they've had, or they got it from, you know, grandparents and things like that. So it's kind of interesting that way. But I just wanted to give you guys like a little glimpse of everything. And let's go back out. Let's go back outside. And I'll include a few more clips of the lake down there so you can enjoy that. But what's nice about being a part-time reseller is I can turn my shops on and off and go on family vacations or long weekends. And it's just such a freedom. It's just a freedom to be able to do that. So here we are out at Lake Champlain. We are on the Grand Isle. It's an island right off of Vermont. It's between Vermont and New York State. And Lake Champlain surrounds the whole island. We are staying at the Cozy Cottages. You can see they're building a bridge down there. And it is just beautiful. We are in mid-June here, and the weather is just fantastic. And I just love the sounds of the waves. Oh, let me come up on this dock over here. Let's come over here. Oh, I can show you down this way. Let's walk out on the dock. I'm going to try to not drop my phone in the lake because this moves a little bit, this dock, and it's a little bit windy. Beautiful sunny day. Oh, there's some fishermen out there. And I'm going to come back around here kind of slow so I don't make you guys dizzy or anything. And you can see the mountains in the background there. and the fluffy clouds. And let me zoom in. There's houses over there. And oh my goodness, you're not going to be able to see it. It's just so tiny. There are wind turbines on top of those mountains or hills. They're more like hills, I think. I don't know how tall they actually are. It's very deceiving because it's so far away. And over here, where there's like a gap. Let me just zoom back out. There's a little bit of a gap. We can actually see like other boats come across there. We saw a sailboat yesterday. It was just so enjoyable. This is just so relaxing. I just wanted to share a little bit of this area for you guys. I'm not a fisherman, but I was not about to like not come on this vacation. I have never been on a fishing vacation. It's usually always the boys, but this time all the wives came, and so it's a family vacation. For me, it's just so relaxing. I'm going to go back and read my book that I never get a chance to read. I played on my phone for enough time today, and I'm going to take a walk. We got to go to the farmer's market the other day, which was so much fun, and we got goodies there. And it's just so quaint up here in Vermont.
Even Lola has a little life vest on. So this is me, my husband, my daughter, and of course Lola taking a little spin in the boat.
Slow ride here.
Yeah, slow ride.